What's up, guys? It's your boy Mr. Clutch, as always, with the Gamers Lab, and here we are locked and loaded today on the all-new Madden 16. So the last video that I did was a breakdown of the run game to show you guys what runs were effective this year. We had the dive, we had the toss, a lot of the man-on-man runs that are really gonna give you guys a lot of big plays in this year's game. So now what I want to do is focus on the passing game, and what I'm going to do is actually do probably a 3 or 4 part series where I break down beating each type of coverage. So we'll talk about beating man in the first video here, and then we're going to talk about beating cover 2 and 3 in the next video, and then probably in part 3 we'll talk about beating cover 4, and then in the last part we'll talk about beating the blitz. So without further ado, let me get into it here. So the biggest things that I like to say about beating man versus beating zone is you beat man with routes. You beat zone with concepts. So I'll say it again, you beat man with routes. You beat zone with concepts. What I mean by that is you beat a man with a type of route that beats man coverage, right? It doesn't matter what the other routes in the field are doing. If that route beats man, then he's gonna get open. Whereas zone, you need combinations of routes, aka concepts, to flood zones and to pull people in the wrong direction to get the desired person open. So motion snap Amendola, and as you'll see, he'll get a little bit of a turbo boost kinda from the motion snap and get wide open on his defender. As you can see, he got wide open, and that's real easy concept to beat man. So usually you have somebody that's playing a user over the middle of the line. So what you want to do if somebody's playing 2-man unders, you want to be able to have 2 routes on the field at all times that beat man coverage on both sides of the field. It can be as simple as a concept like this, where you have an out to the tight end and the slant going across the middle. There's no way that a user can cover both people. So as long as you have 2 routes like that on the field at the same time, somebody's going to get open. So the next route concept I want to talk about that's going to be man are going to be drags, posts, and ends. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to let this play run out, and you guys will be able to see how much drags, posts, and ends all can torch the defense. Here we go. I'm going to motion snap Amendola just like in the first play to give him an added boost. Comes across the middle. And as you can see, all 3 of them got open to beat man. I'm going to be honest with you guys, by the way. If I see somebody that I'm playing against is running man, primarily man, I know it's going to be an easy day at the office, because man is so easy to beat this year, guys. if you're looking at this from a defensive perspective, I know this is an offensive tip video, but if you're looking at this from a defensive perspective, unless it's like situational, it's the end of the game, and you want to make sure he's like doubled up with a man on him and a safety over the top, or you're not trying to give up a big play and zone may have a hole in it. Other than that, man, stay away from man D. I'm telling you, just stay away from it. It's so easy to beat. Like I said, you beat it with one route. All I got to do is put one route on the field that beats man, and that's a first down every time. So, just an added tidbit. But anyway, so let's get back into the tip. So as you can see, the drag got wide open off top because I motioned him, and drag's already torch man. So as the play plays out, they kind of get confused. Gronk cuts across the middle of the field. This linebacker, notice, had inside position, and he still ends up getting separation on him. Look at that. And then lastly, the post. Now the post, you don't want to wait on this. So if you're gonna throw this, you're gonna throw this like as soon as he cuts, like boom, there, he's open. With posts and deep routes like that, the longer you wait, the worse it is, because you give the defense a chance to catch up that's trailing you. Like if I was to throw this right here, he would probably get picked. So if you're gonna throw the post, you're gonna want to throw that post more like right here. It's a timing thing, but you're going to throw the post as soon as he cuts across to the middle of the field. Now I'm going to talk about two specific routes that I like to beat man that aren't really hot routes, but they just absolutely destroyed man this year, and if you guys can find some plays that have them, then you're going to be golden. The first one is stick and nod. Now, in years past, stick and nod has always been great, but last year it wasn't so hot. It didn't really get any separation. It was slow. I just wasn't really a fan. But this year, stick and nod is back, and if you guys are looking for a route to mix in that's going to really just destroy the man coverage you're playing against, stick and nod, you want to try this one out. So we're going to go here, and we're going to go against the 4-3 stack like we've been doing, the cover 2 man play. So now both routes, you're going to see Amendola and Gronkowski, they're both going to get wide open. Gronk's going to get open a little faster. As soon as he cuts back upfield, he'll be wide open, and then you'll see Amendola get some separation and come underneath. That'll give you two options just in case they're trying to use one and take one away, you can hit the other one. As you can see, Gronk got wide open, and I just got 30 yards for a touchdown. Now, I know you're probably thinking that's just because this is Gronk, but I play Mutt, and right now I have a 72 overall tight end, and he is getting the same exact results are happening for him. So he's getting just as wide open as Gronk is on these routes. So this stuff does work. I mean, I've been running it so far. I just played through my first Mutt season, and I won 10 games in a row, won my Super Bowl, and stuff works. So please stay tuned, because I'm going to continue to show you guys some more plays on both man and zone. That's just going to beat the coverage ridiculously, and you'll put up big points early in the year. And with this early in the year, with there not being any blitzes, if you guys can beat base zone coverage, base man coverage, you're going to be tough to stop. So let me show you one more route that I really like, and that's the corner route. If you have been paying attention to my Madden tip videos for Madden 15, last year I released 2 videos on the C routes. I'm a huge fan of C routes, and I think that this year they're as good as ever. So here we're going to go to the corner strike. By the way, the playbook that I'm in is Tampa Bay, but I'm just in like a trips shotgun formation, and the plays that I'm running are in mostly every formation that you run. So, mostly every playbook that you run that's going to have a trips formation. Just look for these plays, they're probably going to be there. We'll go against the cover 2 man again, and then the corner routes should get wide open. Now, I like to put R1 on a streak, just because if they are in zone, you'll drag the deep blue down, and circle will get open out in the outside pocket. You have to wait on a little bit more than you did last year. You don't want to really throw it until as soon as he takes like his first step to the outside, whereas last year you used to throw it and anticipate it more. But let's run through it here. I'm going to be live blabbing kind of, and we'll see what happens. So that one he didn't get quite as much separation, but we'll try it again. We'll see how it goes. I'll look at Edelman on the left as well, and we'll see. It might just be LaFell against Brent Grimes. Yep. See, that's what we're looking for. So anyway, guys, that's going to pretty much wrap up the video. I appreciate you guys for watching. Just to summarize what we went over, we talked about drags, slants, stick and nod, and corner routes that are all going to beat man coverage. And then we also talked about auto motioning and then quick motioning, snapping your wide receiver when he's on a slant or a drag or a quick cutting route, just to give him an added bonus to getting open. I understand, I know you guys might leave this in the comments, but there's a ton of routes to get open against man. I'm not going to spend the whole video covering all of them. I just want to give you guys a place to start and show you what it looks like, give you something to lab or something to take in the game to try out against somebody who feels like they're just running two-man under on you and you just can't get anything open. So stay tuned for the next video. We'll talk about beating cover 2 and cover 3 zones. And we'll go into cover 4 and beating the blitz in the third part series. As always, this is Clutch. I'm out.